Alright, Shalom. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and Rule Well, and salutations to the accurate around the world that pushes truth and sincerity. I'm going to go through some scriptures here entitled, Refuse Not the Word. It's really and truly, this is what the Most High give us to actually feed us with knowledge, to build with spirit, and to correct us when we're going off. You understand? For we to even understand what righteousness is. So this word itself is something very important. I'll start with Luke. Luke 1:70. It says, as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began. So they are the ones who will actually be teaching you the word and correcting you when you're going off. You understand? Whether it be somebody new who knows starting off, or whether it be a brother who in the truth a while, and you know you're erring and another brother will correct you. It's not wise to refuse the word in any way, because it's for your own good. You understand? And the scripture even tells that. Is second Ezra 7 verse 20. Yeah. Second Ezra 7 verse 20. It says, for there be many that perish in this life, because they despise the law of the Most High that is set before them. Because really and truly, people despise knowledge. And just as much as they despise knowledge, they despise correction. They really despise correction. I would say correction is grievous unto a fool. They really despise correction. They say, for the Most High had given straight commandments to such as came, what they should do to live, even as they came, and what they should observe to avoid punishment. Because if the Most High given you correction through the men of the Most High, and you don't want to accept it, whether it be on putting into learning on the whole, or because you was erring and they had to correct you, if you don't want to accept it, the only thing gonna happen is you're going to end up erring and you're not getting punished after. That is the reason why he gave you these things, for you to avoid punishment, so you would not go through as much chastisement as somebody who just being rebellious. You understand? So this is Ezekiel 2. I'll start from 2. And the city and the spirit entered into me, when he spake unto me, and set me up upon my feet, that I heard him that spake unto me. And he said unto me, Son of man, I sent thee to the children of Israel, to a rebellious nation that had rebelled against me. Because this is the majority of Israel. Even though they don't admit it with the mouths, the actions show that the revolt and gone, as the scriptures say. They're rebellious. They don't like to learn. They don't like correction. They say, they and their fathers have transgressed against me, even unto this very day. And that mainly pertaining to not just, you're trying to live the correct way and you happen to err once or twice. They just don't care. They just don't care. They say, for they are impudent children and stiff-hearted. You look up that word, impudent. I love that word. They are impudent children. Impudence is say of, relating to, or characterized by impudence, or effrontery. Okay, I get it, friend. Shameless or brazenly is what we're looking for. Right. Insulting, rude, saucy, put, presumptuous, fresh. You understand? And no respect. In other words, are you trying to say that no respect? They want to put no respect on the name. They say, for they are impudent children and stiff-hearted. They say, I do send thee unto them, and thou shalt say unto them, thus saith the Lord power, and say, and they, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear for their rebellious house, yet shall know that there had been a prophet among them. You understand? So you'll always be getting that word, at least up to a point, unless the men of the Most High actually see that here what's going on. You're just rebellious, and as the scriptures say, he that is unjust, let him be unjust still. But while you're getting that word, try not to refuse it. Try to always seek that correction, because that is what does actually keep you on a good track and keep you in good terms with the Most High. So this is Matthew 18. I'll start from 4. It say, whosoever therefore shall humble himself as this little child, the same is greatest in the kingdom of heaven. Because receiving correction is also a process of humility. You always to receive correction is not something that people actually like. Even the greatest people or the lowest people don't like to be corrected. You understand? So it's really, that by itself is really a test of humility, that you can receive correction and be cool with it, because you know to yourself is far better. It's saying, whoso shall receive one such little child in my name, receiveth me, which is the Messiah. You understand? So being able to take that correction and actually listen and humble yourself is a part of the process, and he made it that way so that you'll have to always be humble. You understand? He make it a certain way that we will fall sometimes, so we'll have to receive correction and we'll have to be humble about it, because that is a part of the process of learning. All is a part of the process when it comes to things like growth. All of those things that you have to go through. So you're really not supposed to be refusing this. You're supposed to always try to take it cheerfully. It says in Matthew 10 verse 11, it's saying, into whatsoever city or town ye shall enter, inquire who in it is worthy, and there abide till thee go thence. Because really and truly, if something as simple as being corrected is a big problem to a person, then they're not worthy to receive this. They're really not worthy. Because the same way that you will be corrected is the same way when you come into the truth and you start to study, you got to be correcting others also. And if when you're teaching somebody else, they don't want a correction because they're erring, you know in the spirit that that person not right. So if you could see that somebody you going out and teach ain't right because they don't want to receive correction, if you in the truth and you don't want to receive correction, that making you no different to them. A matter of fact, that making you worse than them, because you know better. So things like being corrected and things like learning from somebody else. Once you had the understanding, you're supposed to know, hey, that is something very normal. It's something you had to get used to. Because the same way you go out to teach others, the same way others go out to teach you. So at no point in time you're supposed to refuse any knowledge of the Most High, whether it be just for learning purposes or correction purposes. Say verse 12, it say, and when ye come into an house, salute it. And if the house be worthy, right? If them people actually are understanding and are humble enough to listen to what you have to say, is to let your peace come upon it. But if it be not worthy, let your peace return to you. And whosoever shall not receive you, you understand, whoever don't want to listen to what it is you have to say, whether it be while you're teaching them or correcting them on the errors. Now hear your words. It say, when ye depart out of that house or city, shake off the dust of your feet. It say, verily I say unto you, it shall be more tolerable for the land of Sodom and Gomorrah in the day of judgment than that city. You understand? So if a man wants to just refuse correction or refuse knowledge, the Messiah said that Sodom and Gomorrah will be better off than you when he come back. Really and truly, that is not something to look forward to. Because the scriptures say the day of the Lord is a day of gloominess, a day of darkness and not light. So you really want to be in His good books for when that time comes. So there's Luke 12 verse, I'll start from 45. Right? I'll start from 45. It say, but and if that servant say in his heart, my Lord delayeth his coming, and shall begin to beat the manservants and maidservants, and to eat and drink with the drunken, it said the Lord of that servant will come in a day when he looketh not for him, and at an hour when he is not aware, and will cut him in sunder, and will appoint him his portion with the unbelievers. And that will pertain to men who actually know the correct thing and didn't stand firm to it. It say, and that servant which knew his Lord's will, and prepared not himself, neither did according to his will, shall be beaten with many stripes. So if a man who had the understanding and choose to just be rebellious, you don't want to listen, you don't want correction, you don't want to follow the word, have a bigger punishment for you. But he that knew not and did commit things worthy of stripes shall be beaten with few stripes. You understand? And that could also pertain to a person, because there are plenty people who actually does try to follow the Most High, but they don't know right from wrong properly. And then they go ask some who was actually taught the truth, and then they don't know, like they don't understand all the laws. They mightn't understand everything pertaining to the scriptures. Just like the man who was going around just teaching baptism, because that is all he didn't know. You understand? There are people in the truth who still not very versed when it comes to the laws. They don't know, like pertaining to the law of uncleanness. They don't know about many things. And the Most High could wink at the ignorance. But if you didn't know, or if you did receive the correction or the knowledge about it, or even refuse the knowledge about it, that's problems for you, because he did try to manifest it to you in some way, so you would know how not to displease him, and you didn't want to listen. So refusing this knowledge is a real foolish thing. And to say that, Proverbs 1:7, it said the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Because if a man fear the Most High, he will try to learn all the different ways to not displease him. You see, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. So really and truly, if you have a problem with being corrected or being educated by somebody else, because how them proud people and them who just think, alright, they're so smart that, or they're so high up that they could receive revelations directly. And a few of them are bunks up. They always think to themselves that somebody else can teach them. They had to receive their revelations directly. They don't understand exactly how foolish it is. It's a very foolish way to think, because nobody could consider themselves worthy to receive anything. It's by mercy and grace the Most High has given these things, and He just choose which method that you will learn it. So there's so much scriptures to actually show you, never try to refuse the word, no matter how hard it might be to accept sometimes, because there's some people who has get offended for the word's sake. But no matter how hard it might be sometimes, never refuse the word, because it was put there for your own good, to teach you right from wrong, and to also help you to stay in one accord with the Most High. So in Hebrews 4 verse 7 it say, again He limited a certain day, saying in David, today, after so long a time, as it is said, today, if ye hear His voice, harden not your heart. And how it is hear His voice? Through the prophets that had to teach you, or through your brethren who had to correct you. You understand? So, really and truly, as He tell you, do harden your heart when it comes to learning something, when it comes to being corrected about something you're erring in. Do harden your heart, because all of this is a part of your process of training, of growth. And you know how your spirit is. It's like a muscle. If it don't grow, it will shrink. That is not something you're looking forward to. So never despise correction. Never despise knowledge. Alright, and with that, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and Rule Well, and salutations to the Akim around the world that push the truth in sincerity. Shalom.